A bard by the name of Yorick von Willhelm has been captured and is being held prisoner by a pack of hill giants. I'm getting hungry. He reaches back over his shoulder and picks out what appears to be a gyrating ball of ginger fury as he plonks down.
What's up, bitch? Let's make stovies, yes!
Yeah. You're not one of these brutes. What are we to offer you? All kinds of shiny things.
I'm a master of subterfuge and disguise. I am going to walk past them undetected.
Tuppence, I thought I gave you an order.
Suck my balls!
You defy me again!
You see, I'm a master of disguise. Well, I think we should go to the inn, rest there, and go to K&O the next day. It's the most logical solution.
I'm good. Let's go to the inn. What happens at the inn?
Scene 4, the tavern. As night falls, our heroes make their way to the cozy, unassuming village of Summerstream and its local tavern, the Lazy Oak. A stout dwarf, Darian, tends bar, and the local patrons revel in drunken merriment as an orcish bard, Bernard, entertains the crowd. So, in our little tavern that we have here, Sigford and Reginald have already arrived ahead of time and have got themselves a drink. There seems to be some sort of bare-knuckle boxing ring organised by this ogre sort of gentleman here. Over here, we have a slightly thrifty, shady-looking gentleman kind of playing cards and kind of gambling. What appears to be one of the local priests and a bit of a harlot to the side. And the dwarf kind of up there, tending bar, and some possibly shady characters up at the back. And this fellow here, which we'll get to in a second. And so, as Willhelm and Tuppence make their big arrival.
Hello, everybody.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is there room at the inn? Ha ha ha, we've booked ahead.
As you enter, Bernard kind of turns round. Willhelm! It's been too long, my friend.
Hello, Bernard. How are you? Has the wife still left you?
Indeed she has. So, to be fair, it was pretty inevitable.
Go on.
Well, you know how it is,
Check these scroll history.
Yes.
Some odd things in there.
Yes.
To be fair, I shouldn't have written them all down. I feel that's what kind of did me in.
Yes, yes, it's a parchment scroll. That was your first mistake.
Yeah, dear.
Well, look, beers all round.
Great! So I take it that you're paying for this entire establishment.
Yes, of course. It's my round. Don't be ridiculous. I mean, he doesn't have money. Look at him.
I technically do have all the money.
He looks at Tuppence kind of up and down. I fear there's a story here, which we'll get to later on.
Is it the loot strapped to his head via a helmet that's...
I had noticed, yes.
I'm down here! Both of you pricks, I'm down here!
So his real eyes are there, but his painted eyes are up here. That way it's just easier.
He sort of gets down on one knee and pinches your cheek, Tuppence, and just goes, "Oh, and what is your name, little one?"
I'll bite his fucking nose off.
Don't do that, Bernard's an old friend. We used to roll sushi together.
So I take his nose out of my mouth. Well, any friend of Bollock Chops here is a friend of mine. I know that's not your real name. But,
Yorick von Willhelm.
I'm not learning any of those words. He's a good boy.
Yeah, honestly, the things that this man can do with some raw salmon and a bit of rice paper, you wouldn't believe.
Oh, those days are behind me.
No, come on, you're still one of the finest sushi chefs in the land. Come on.
To be fair,
Sushi.
Quite a commotion on the other end of the bar. I don't know who Susie is, but she must be.
Well, it's like that sometimes. It's Thursday night, you see. It's curry club night. Cheap drinks.
So it's been a while since I've been, out touring the local scene, Willhelm. I say, why don't we make things slightly more interesting?
I'm not having sex with you again, Bernard.
It was one time. It was dark.
It was one time, and I'm still My heart is with my girlfriend, who I'm still trying to find.
You've not heard.
What?
Gaza, you've not heard.
I've not heard what?
She's not real! I bloody knew it!
She's very real. She's got a face and everything. What do you mean I've not heard?
She's touring again.
Touring?
Yes.
Round Kano. And he produces a flyer.
Oh my god! 20% off printing!
Wrong flyer.
Oh my god!
So as you inspect the leaflet, you
Uh-huh.
you
Only
see
2 tits. Hideous.
How dare you?
a picture of Gaza.
Yeah, she's part of some, strange underground movement,
Like a mole.
Well, more like what you guys used to roll back in the day.
Oh, musically, I understand.
Something Laughing Guild or something. I've heard some, words whispered in shadows. Quite punk rock, if you ask me.
My god, well, she's touring in Kano. We have to go to Kano immediately.
Surely you could spend one evening.
Well,
Weren't you heading there anyway?
Yeah, I'm gonna go there tomorrow.
yeah.
A rest, haven't you? You
Yes.
just spent the last 2.5 hours explaining what a fucking inn is.
Yes.
You've arrived. So far, I'm nearly bit this bastard's nose off. You won't even look at me in the face now. You're getting all horned up, and I can feel the heat. You're getting all horned up over this strumpet.
I am
over 2
getting,
tits.
I am getting horned up. You're disgusting.
Disgusting.
Tell me what an inn is.
It is an establishment. Hang on, I've written it down. Well, I'm not really written it down. I've just drawn a picture of this puppy we saw.
Quite an interesting friend that you have picked up along the way. Are you hoping to adopt?
What? Oh, adopt him. No. He's just an unpaid servant. Slave,
What?
that's the word.
What?
Now I'll buy you a drink.
You're meant to be my best friend. Bring that nose down here. I'm going to bite it fucking off.
No, look, I'll buy you a drink. Look, it's Curry Club on a Thursday. They've got Echo Falls on tap. It's a fine establishment.
So,
Here's the real situation. I basically kidnapped him.
Well, I kidnapped him.
He doesn't quite understand that the kidnapping is taking place.
It was a gentleman's agreement.
a gentleman's agreement, a co-kidnapping, if you will.
as long as the kidnapping was consensual, I don't know. It doesn't matter who kidnapped who, really.
Well, there was no spit involved, so I assume it was consensual.
Bernard, about that drink.
Your name's Bernard.
Yes, I know.
You just said your own name like a Pokemon.
Why did we make this interesting?
Why did you say your own name?
He brings.
He's reminding himself who he was.
Yes, I'm reminding what character I am.
There's nothing wrong with that.
He brings out his loot, which is. You've known Bernard for some time, and this loot is magically infused. It's got properties above and beyond just a regular kind of loot.
That's like yours, but that one's good.
My loot's big enough. It's not
His is bigger.
It's not the size of loot you
Why
got.
don't we
Look at the
wager?
bulge on it.
What?
Why don't we wager?
Okay.
We entertain the crowd each. Who can give the most sterling performance? Not only buys the rounds for the entire pub, but I will wager Lily here.
Lily?
That's my loot.
Oh, right. You named your loot?
That's not right. That's not right.
Yeah,
you haven't named yours, have you?
No, of course I haven't. What am I?
I thought you named yours Nintendo.
No. The Nintendo 64 is a games console that fell through a magic portal from the otherwhere. And when that fell down, I was able to play a variety of games on it. The loot is just called loot.
Let me explain what this Nintendo thing is.
Please don't. Right.
It's a picture that he has drawn, and it's a complete fraud.
Just you wait till I find a plug.
Now, if I was a slightly more capable freestyle rapper myself, I would actually engage you in a full-on rap battle. However, I am going to take the coward's way out as Bernard, and I'm going to roll a performance check on him. That's the number to beat. Now, Will, seeing as you have a particular skill set that might be useful here in real life, I will give you the opportunity, if you wish to real life freestyle this, I will give you advantage on the roll, as well as a point of inspiration, which is basically a free reroll for your efforts.
Yes, let's do it.
Cool. So, starting off with Bernard, he jumps onto the table, magically infused with his loot, gives a sterling performance, and promptly falls off.
Yes!
Yeah! See the bet at the end.
Well
the
done.
bet at the end. I'm gonna kidnap him.
Yes.
I'm gonna kidnap him.
I'm not joking. I rolled a nat 1.
The bet at the end. I mean, the music was crap, but the bet he fell over. Yes.
At which point the bar keeps sort of watch slippery. So while Bernard is coming to his senses, Will, you can take the stage.
Excellent. Time to entertain all the patrons here. Now, I'll have you know, I am one of the best bards in the whole goddamn country, and I've come here to entertain you all. And if I drop a sick rhyme with my lute, I guarantee that this man will be paying for all the rounds. 3, 4. Yeah, that is right. You know it is the truth. Busting some sick rhymes here on my lute. I need to just say, I'm sicker than cholera. You'll get a pint. Every single warrior, every single orc, every single dwarf. I think that might be a slur, of course. I'm not really sure. It's bad for your health. Sorry, not dwarves. I should have said elves. Anyway, it's just so profound. I think this guy will be buying you around. Because let me tell you, as I spit this, every single rhyme is so wicked. And let me think. The styles I speak. Let me just think. What's the day of the week? It's Thursday. Yes, it's just so profound. Thursday, motherfuckers. Tikka masalas all round.
Well, there was no falling.
So, Will, please roll a performance check with advantage.
D20?
D20.
18.
18. That plus the crowd absolutely goes wild. Here, have a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
So that is basically a free re-roll whenever you want.
Sick.
So, after a few moments, Bernard sort of gets up rather confused. Oh, what happened?
It seems like you tried to bust a sick rap and then fell over.
Shut yourself.
I was wondering what that was. So with that, Bernard, she served me well, but after that performance, clearly, you were meant to have her.
Oh.
Oh, look at the size of it. It's
Such a big throbbing loot. It's not the size of the loot, it's what you play on.
Well, why are you sniffing it? You seem delighted. What's the problem?
Not sniffing it. I'm sniffing it. God, it smells oaky.
After basically dying on his arse, Bernard looks somewhat visibly upset at his kind of final performance. I think it's probably time I retired again. But, Willhelm, one bit of advice. When you find Gut Ripper, don't let her go.
I won't let her go. I'll hold her tight. Tight to my bosom. She's my betrothed, my beloved, you know.
This is the woman in the picture.
Yes, look. Look, I think 2 tits is a reasonable number of tits. Any number of tits is good, but there's nothing wrong with 2.
You've never had sex with someone that's got 5 tits. That's all I'm gonna say. Honestly, it's like having 2.5 people trying to punch at you all the time. You ride the wave. Well, I'll get you some for your stag night. Don't worry.
I'm going to have to write the sentence. Right. And with that, Bernard takes his leave. So, it's probably at this point, this individual, having the stirring performance kind of go on, this individual kind of approaches Seymour and Reginald. Well, what do we have here?
Stigford, not Seymour. I'm Stigford. He's Reginald and
No,
Seymour.
I was narrating the scene. He doesn't know your names yet.
I know that. You said Seymour and Reginald. That's 2 people. That's one person.
They try to keep track of everyone. I wrote all their characters as well. Here's the other thing. I really should. We've gone through several drafts.
It's not easy to hold 4 names in.
Well,
Well, I gave him bloody 3, and he keeps coming up with new ones.
Tuppence, you start with tuppence.
Right. Anyway, he comes up, and in his hands, he's flicking cards and performing kind of close-up kind of magic tricks, and just goes, "So, you look like men of chance. Would you care to place a little wager with myself for some extra coinage?"
We are not men by chance. We are men by birth.
No, men of chance.
I don't. That goes against my religion. Maybe my friend here would like to risk it all with such an obvious card shark.
What, this handsome gentleman?
Clearly never seen many gentlemen.
Surely one as accomplished as yourself would, be willing to put a little bit of coin on the table.
Yes, go on. I could do with the entertainment.
Well, ordinarily I wouldn't, However, you silver-tongued devil, you've talked me around. I thought, what the hell? I had an extreme brush with chance just earlier today, so I'm feeling good.
So as he comes up to the table, he lays these cards out in front of you. So, yep, roll perception or insight. You can choose which one.
18 plus 1 for perception.
Right. You see that when he does, there's a slight shimmer to the cards, and you suddenly get a hint that he's sleight of hand or magically infusing the cards somehow to give him the advantage.
Hey, excuse me, David fucking Blaine. What's going on?
Who is this David Blaine fellow?
This David, look, I read about him in a tome that I found once.
Is he one of your fancy majors at the university?
No, he's like you. He's a bloody fraud.
Fraud?
Yes.
Fraud in a tavern?
Perceptive you are. Right, very well. I will not, gild my cards, shall we say.
Sorry, we weren't going to be listening to that bit.
Sorry, the sound travels well over the
There's
tavern.
good stuff over here.
Yes.
Fraud!
Right. Roll for me. Do you want to cheat? Are you going to try anything dodgy?
No, I'm a good boy.
You good boy?
I'm a good boy.
Right.
Yeah.
How much are you wagering, first of all?
I'm gonna wager 5 platinum.
You don't have life path.
Okay. What do I?
You have 10 gold.
10 gold. Well, I will wager.
You're still going to wager with a fraud?
Yeah, I'm feeling good about this. Okay?
Oh,
Okay,
God.
just pray for me, okay? I'm going to wager 3 gold.
3 gold?
Yeah.
Very well. I will raise you that. So, he puts 3 gold on, 3 gold. Right. Roll off. Which one?
9.
9.
I'm sorry, my friend. It is mine.
Ah, shit up a rope.
Double or nothing?
Yes! Yes! I'm feeling in the zone now. The gods are smiling. Are you praying?
No, I am not. I am
fucking
so
pray!
Although, you can cast guidance.
Yes, I was looking at. It's a waste of a guidance spell, so you win money against a fraud in a pub.
Well, it's double or nothing, so you'd get bugger all. He'd just not lose his
Best
money.
of luck, Mr. Good Times.
Look, if I win, then you'll get extra Cora. Right.
I don't know the names of the common whores of this inn.
Hey, you're what?
Right,
What?
let's go
That
again.
couple over there are having a really shit night.
Oh.
I'm sorry, my friend. It's clearly not your night. But don't worry.
Ah.
You are a handsome fellow nonetheless. And as he goes down...
I'm not going on the game.
I have to at this point.
Right. So, roll again perception for me.
16 plus 1.
16 plus 1. Okay, at a 17, you notice that as he sweeps down to get his winnings, you almost miss it, but he's down at your belt, grabbing the dagger.
Oh, hang on, you cheeky monkey.
I'm sorry, I simply slipped.
It slipped. More like deliberately tried to steal something, am I right?
How dare you, good sir? I am Fidley Monclean. I am respected in these lands.
Did you say Fiddly Moncray?
Fiddly.
I had Finley down, but he's now Fiddly.
Okay.
Fiddly Von Crane.
Did he just say his name's Fiddly Von Crane?
Ah, man, I'm not going to deal that table, tell you that.
Weird.
Well, why don't we do a poll of everybody here? Is everyone listening?
Oh yes, sound
Over
travels
here.
very well across the
Everyone
tavern.
listening, right? Does anybody know this fellow here?
It's
Does anyone
Fiddly
know
Moncray.
Fiddly Moncray.
He just said his name's Fiddly
Very
Moncray.
loud.
No, but does
I'm
anybody
not
know
joking.
him?
I have just rolled a nat 20 on his stealth check. He buggers.
Oi!
Ah.
Where did Fiddly go?
What are you talking about?
Well, I think I handled that admirably.
I think you lost a lot of money to a con
Mark
man.
down 6 gold. You're on 4, I believe, at this stage. So, with that being the case, this gentleman comes over, a Qatari merchant, who is a a feline race from the desert. They're known for kind of nomads. They have kind of various wagons, all known to peddle sort of magical goods.
Don't think he has 6 tits.
As he walks by your table following this kind of altercation, he stops just in front of you guys.
2 beers, please.
I do not work here.
And a rug and Josh as well.
He starts sniffing around you, Seymour.
I've been traveling all day, all right?
How peculiar. I would say that you have the whiff of destiny about you, but except
By Calvin Klein.
you do not. It's almost as if your destiny has been masked somehow. Most interesting. He sort of looks down, and before you know it, he's got the dagger.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what is it with everybody in this dagger?
Good craftsmanship. Very lethal, I see. Tell me, as he hands it back to you, how did you come to procure such an interesting curio?
Well, it's a funny story. Isn't it? I was just chatting with my old pal, and suddenly, this bloody female orc just appeared out of nowhere and brutally slayed my master with said dagger.
I would keep your voice down, friend. You do not know who listens in this tavern.
We're listening. Did he have to specify she's a female orc?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a
And
bit
you're not meant to say the O word unless you are the O word.
Exactly.
It's not cool. It's not cool.
Racist and sexist.
Yeah.
The merchant kind of looks over and sees you guys kind of talking. I feel that by uniting all of you, I will be invoking the tides of chaos, but oh, what is a little fun. So he kind of brings you guys over to the table.
Put me down! I am not. I know I might look like a pile of boxes, but there is a person in here.
I'm happy to be carried. It makes me feel like a baby.
I'm gonna bite his fucking
2
knees off.
beers, please.
Oh God! I don't work here either.
God.
I'm gonna bite this prick's knees off.
Can I have a Rogan Josh?
You have more in common than you might think. Yindy is prohibited from dealing directly in the great game. I shall leave it now for you guys to talk.
Who are these
I see you've ended up with one of these as well.
I know.
We should be friends.
What's that bit of paper sticking out of your pocket?
The flyer for my girlfriend's band.
I know this. I believe I saw her this morning.
What? Where?
She killed my master!
Oh, she murders folk. This
No,
has
she-
got much more interesting.
No, she would never murder folk.
It just says the Laughing Guild.
Well, I mean, you're sure this guy isn't a murderer?
Well, you're taking me on now.
So you're deliberately not even helping. As you're lying asleep, you have visions. Looking down, your body is not your own. Behind you, an army. No, a legion of orcs, trolls, goblins, giants, and other countless tribes from the eastern lands fight alongside you against unspeakable horrors. Well, that was certainly interesting. Still, I'd love to get these guys back for a season 2, so why not like and subscribe, and you can get more of Stu here and his magnificent hair. Tell me, Stu, where can we find you?
You can find me at Stu and Joe's Big Dumb Film Show. It's a podcast. And for some reason, you can also find me as April in the new Pirelli calendar.